What's the best way to paraphrase? That's the topic I'm addressing today in The Right Question. I'm Daphne Gray Grant, the publication coach, still in pandemic mode. I have a question from Saida Manor Raza, a student based in Islamabad, Pakistan. Here's what she's asked by email. What is the best way to avoid plagiarism when integrating information from other sources? I sometimes find myself having a difficult time paraphrasing something that simply cannot be said in a different way. What do you suggest that I do? Thanks for your question, Saida. If it's any comfort, I work with many academics who struggle with exactly the same question. You are not alone. I have a few specific suggestions. First, have a really effective system for saving and organizing your research. For academics, I recommend Zotero or Mendeley, both of which are free, or EndNote if you want to pay for it. See links in the show notes below. Importantly, these pieces of software will do two things for you. Not only will they organize your research, they'll also create your citations for you. Take advantage of any software that does more than one thing at a time for you. For non-academics who don't need citations, however, I recommend the software Evernote, which has both free and paid versions. See link in the show notes below. Next tip. When collecting your research, be sure to be diligent about noting your sources. But don't just transcribe them, unless, of course, there's a section you know you're going to want to quote. Instead, take notes about them. Don't look at the original while you're doing this. Instead, force yourself to rely on your memory. Your goal is to jot down the main ideas and facts. Then, take a moment to compare what you've written to the original material. Is your paraphrase different enough? And is it accurate? You shouldn't have changed the original meaning. If you can answer yes to both of these questions, you're fine to proceed. Next, in addition to taking notes about your research, also maintain a separate research diary. This is a place for the thoughts, feelings, ideas, and opinions about what you've researched. I've done a blog post on this topic before and mentioned it in several videos as well. See links in the show notes below. The research diary will be your place to escape the risk of plagiarism. As well, it will help you write better, more successful essays because it'll ensure you're contributing new thoughts and ideas, your own, to the academic conversation. Understand that academic writing is not just about summarizing or marshalling the thoughts of others. Don't imagine that your job is about paraphrasing. Your real work is to make unique connections, explain context, and come to new and useful conclusions. Finally, let me wrap up with a quote from the American actor Steven Weber. I've rarely gotten a good review in my life, yet to paraphrase Noel Coward, I'm happy to console myself with the bitter palliative of commercial success. Saida, I used that quote because I wanted to investigate how Weber had paraphrased Coward. Based on my research, the original quote from Coward must have been, "Work hard, do the best you can, don't ever lose faith in yourself, and take no notice of what other people say about you." Do you see how different the paraphrase is? What Weber did was he adopted a Noel Coward-like attitude and then constructed a clever sentence. It was built on irony, just like Coward would have done. Now that is masterful paraphrasing. If you'd like to learn more about how to make your writing a happier and more rewarding process, check out my latest book, Your Happy First Draft. It's not available in bookstores or on Amazon. The only place you can get it is my website. Link below and in the show notes.